Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm really late, so this is actually going to be for the week that you are watching this in. If you're watching it between the 6th to the 12th of February, so I'm going to jump straight into it and see what's going on for you guys for this week. Let's have a little look and see for Aquarius. Thank you. That's a lot of cards, but hey, maybe you need it. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay, well, that's very good. All right, for Aquarius, please, Spirit, what can you say? What's the current overall energy for the week for Aquarius? Some of you are definitely mending something. We have the Justice card underneath this as well. This could be a Libra. This could be a fire sign as well. There is heavy fire energy coming through here. That's Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This doesn't mean that you need to reconnect with them, but there definitely is going to be an opportunity to reconnect something, or at least to, I'm hearing, let bygones be bygones. So take that as it resonates for you. I know sometimes whenever I speak about reconciliation, which isn't often, by the way, people get a bit mad at me, but you can do as you wish with this. And if it's not your reading, then it's not your reading, my lovelies. But Aquarius, the first card you do have coming out is the mending card. So of course, this is about fixing something, having a conversation, working together with somebody here. You have round and round, which is all about karmic cycles. In order to create change in your life, it is about, in order to manifest change, you have to kind of build the momentum first, break the cycles first, do something different first so that change can then unfold. I was feeling like the number 8 is significant for you guys, and it is the day that I'm putting this out, so maybe it has some significance for you, but the number 8 is kind of how I described that situation of, I see it, well, it's an infinity sign, right? But it's kind of like a constant loop, and what you put out into the world does come back to you. And it is kind of the loop of actions have consequences. So if you're doing the same thing, you're getting the same thing out. When you make a change, when you do something different, not only are you changing what comes back to you, you're also breaking cycles. And I kind of see that you're breaking a cycle here, most probably in terms of your relationships with people. So whether that's just communicating something, whether that's just dealing with something, creating a balance here. For a lot of you, and for those who this will resonate with, it kind of feels like you may have experienced a lot of very imbalanced relationships, or maybe you are likely the person that gives up, or whatever this is, or kind of doesn't speak up when they need to, or ends things on difficult notes. And it's not to say that that's your fault, but I'm just saying that there is no clear ending to certain situations. I kind of feel like I feel like this is you. I like to read for the people who have control over their lives rather than it depending on somebody else. I feel like you guys are actually creating something different. You're doing something different, at least within this week, or the energy is different. And this is probably why I can kind of see a reconciliation. So the option is there. If you wish, you can make your own free will and choices depending on this. But it does feel like here, when we deal with a situation, we kind of leap out of this round and round karmic energy. We're learning a lesson through it. We're doing something different based off of that lesson here. Then we have the fates, which is kind of about letting the universe do its thing and fated situations happening. And it's leading towards this message in a bottle. One, this card signifies synchronicities and messages from the universe, but it also does bring in, most likely for those who are manifesting it, a message from somebody here where things were really left on a very bad or difficult note. In the cards that came through, kind of in the center of this is the 5 of Pentacles. So this is abandonment. This is feeling left out in the cold. This is feeling like there is a lack in a relationship, lack in a dynamic. And I will explain this outside of relationships because I am getting another message if you're not dealing with other people, but it's a scenario that impacts your relationship. So, I will get into that in a second if I remember. But the 5 of Pentacles in this case is kind of like, again, maybe you're not speaking to somebody, or there is a little bit of not talking to each other because of an argument, because of feeling like there is a lack, or feels like there's a bit of a misunderstanding between you and someone here, Aquarius. This could even be a friendship, by the way. But it is someone that we do have a connection with the Two of Cups. It is someone that you feel very closely, I'm hearing closely related to. Could be a family member, but this is someone that you have a lot of similarities, a lot of things in common, or you have a very good connection with usually. But yeah, it kind of feels like there is maybe that fiery energy that comes through from time to time. King of Wands is likely to be the person that you're dealing with. This could be, you in a situation. But it feels like it's just coming through as a bit of a person card. So it could be a Leo, or it could be someone who has a little bit of pride. Someone's not speaking up because of pride, because they feel left out. They feel like it's not going to make a difference if they do. I think something that you're doing is different, whether you're reaching out. Whatever you're doing is changing this Five of Pentacles, but this Five of Pentacles is fueling this action here. I think someone's sick of being left out in a cold. Someone's sick of things, not being resolved in a situation. With the Two of Cups here, the both of you feel the same thing. You both feel the same way. And justice is bringing truth to a situation. Justice is acting on your intuition, as you have the owl here. Justice is bringing balance into a situation, however that might be. For those of you who aren't dealing with relationships, and this is kind of internal, you guys are, again, mending the relationships that you may have had with your family members. Again, specifically fire signs, but this is people who may be very, in this case, very unpredictable, very prideful, having very strong egos, and maybe that got in the way of your relationship with them. All right, left you feeling quite abandoned. I'm hearing small, all right? Maybe this person belittled you or didn't validate you. This could be parents, and of course, that's very important. Here, this could be old conditionings. It's to do with your relationships with people that may have impacted how you feel about yourself. And this is definitely a week of where you're understanding this, realizing this, acknowledging this, and that's the first step of fixing it. And you're doing something different based off of this. You're no longer going to be coming across as someone who is wounded, or who anticipates feeling abandoned by others, because maybe you did feel abandoned in your past. You're kind of changing this internal state, and that's changing your dynamics with people, which is good. And not just in terms of relationships, in terms of friendships, in terms of maybe your confidence, being around certain people, being in certain groups, being maybe in contracts with people. I feel like there is a fear of committing. That could be related to business as well, and maybe it's affecting a lot of different relationships and dynamics with people, but this is something that you're mending. So you're fixing something within yourself, which is also fixing your relationships with other people. And I kind of feel like the universe has a big part of this, because we do have the fates. It's almost as if, when you make a change, it's only kind of fated. It's kind of how the laws of the universe works. What you put out, you get back. If you're putting something out that's different, I think you're actually attracting in an opportunity to, again, make amends with something that did leave a bit of a wound within you, okay? And we have justice underneath that. Judgment underneath that, which is about releasing. It's learning a lesson so that you are able to move on into a new cycle. Whether that be with this person or not, it's completely up to you. For some of you, this person may not be someone you really want to connect with, which is totally understandable. For others of you, this could be something that you really wish deep down. But apply it to the situation as you wish, okay? All right. What are the current blockages for the week? The blockages? Okay, some of you, very clear sign coming through here. Some of you might just be really distracting yourself from something. You're distracting yourself into work, into money, into your stability, which is not totally a bad thing, but it's really important to address what might... Okay, this is doing some really big inner shadow work for a lot of you guys, by the way. For those who this resonates with, because we have the King of Pentacles. Of course, this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your life as well, who may be, very much on your case. With the Knight of Swords, right? Someone could be demanding something from you in a specific time. You also have the Page of Pentacles, right? This could be someone that you have a child with. Or this person is either older than you or seems older than you. I don't know what this is. Someone seems to have some authority over you. That could be a parent, or again, it could be just someone who feels like they have one up on you. Be aware of this. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is work related. All right, someone seems to be demanding something from you. And the other message that I was getting that I kind of stopped in was just the fact that I kind of feel like this blockage seems to be that you're kind of jumping straight into your work, straight into your finances. You're really trying to learn new things. You're trying to build on your stability, and this is a good thing. And that email is a confirmation of that. This is a good thing because what you're trying to do is kind of fulfill a wound that someone else kind of seemed to have left, or a situation seemed to have left within you. So your instant thing is to kind of fix that, because Five of Pentacles is always an abandonment wound, or like a hole. It happens after we have a big loss in our life, whether it's financially, whether it's stability. All right, because Pentacles are very sturdy things usually. Maybe a situation left you in a very difficult place. This could be internally. So you've been working to fix that, but the blockage is maybe you weren't addressing something like what you actually needed to fill. Let's clarify this really quickly, because all of this is very money focused. Yeah, the Strength card, this is your strong point. I think you dove straight into where you had your strength, which is not a bad thing, Aquarius. I see good things happening with this. This is not showing up as entirely bad, but I feel like this might be blocking you from taking action that needs to be made, and either you're deep down within yourself or in a connection with somebody. Okay, again, Leo energy coming up strong here. Okay, let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. Judgment. Again, there is something that needs to be released. I think you're learning new things. By the way, I really like the energy that you're doing on a day-to-day. But it's kind of like this Five of Pentacles, this inside hole, because it's a hole. Some of you might have if this, a confirmation of this usually is when people, really kind of have the tendency to overspend, or kind of overindulge in spending or things, because internally there is a lack that you're trying to fulfill with superficial or material things, which again, we all fall into it. It's not to say that you're a superficial person, it's just to say that your body or your mindset subconsciously, most likely, is kind of fixated on fulfilling something. And if it's a hole, it's going straight through. We need to kind of patch something over to build on top of that. And it does have some link to a specific person. And a specific person has some link to do with some confidence. So maybe diving into your career was to kind of build that confidence. But it kind of is still seeping into this hole. So until we release something that is giving us pain, or is constantly on your mind, or something that you feel very hurt over still, regardless of when it happened, we need to release this pain, release this feeling left out in the cold, whether that's to speak your truth, to, be very clear on what this is in general. However it may be for you, learn a lesson. Again, acknowledging something. Judgment is truth and clarity. So it's full vision on something so that you can rise up and go to that next level. And a new cycle, a new chapter, because something keeps repeating itself. Even if it's repeating itself in different situations, the same rule applies. It's coming from something. And when we address that thing straight on and we kind of heal that thing, we no longer feel this lack. We're no longer trying to fulfill something with things that might actually be kind of more of a, not is it at the detriment of you or something, because if we're overspending, then we're not saving. Do you see what I mean? Or if we're, I kind of, again, I hope you understand what I mean. Anyway, anything else please for Aquarius? The initial T can have some significance. Yeah, it's number 7 coming through, 7 Pentacles. I think, okay, can we just clarify this person is coming through? Yeah, definitely getting some communication from somebody here. And it's Four of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. You guys are... Oh, that's going to trigger some people. I'm not going to say it. There is something between the two of you, whoever this person is, that's more similar than you think. Like, you're more similar than you know, and it's not if this is someone that's very abusive and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not to say that you are that kind of person, but maybe there's a level of, like, you can understand this because you've seen this. I don't know what this is that they're saying, but you are showing up as the King and Queen of Wands now. So this is a match. I'm not speaking to those who are in like any sort of abuse, by the way, so I never condone going back to relationships like that. So if you are dealing with someone or have dealt with someone who is very toxic to you, very, very painful to be around, etc., then never go back into that. All right, there is a lot better people out there for you and people who will treat you the way that you deserve. All right, so I never condone that. Okay, so if we're speaking of someone like that, just click off the reading. Because the person I'm picking up on, this is someone that seems to be someone that you are going to be in a relationship with next. Because the two of you either are married or whatever, or have some similarities, because Six of Pentacles here is about a balance here. You guys are giving to each other what was lacked, or what was missing. Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles is growth. And it does feel like someone was holding back on their feelings and emotions to you. Someone was holding in or holding back from communicating or saying something, because in this case, this person's having to wear their heart on their sleeve here with the Knight of Cups. And to clarify the Knight of Cups and who this person is, we have the Eight of Wands. So definitely some communication coming through. This person seems to be approaching you, and it seems to be to whatever they're giving to you, it is actually going to help with what you're building on yourself with. So again, you've been stuck in a certain situation of building yourself and wondering, how to fix something, wanting to give up on something. So this might not even be someone that you've broken up from. It's just someone that you're in a very difficult place with. You kind of reached a limit of where you couldn't do any more by yourself. And this is what that Seven of Pentacles is like. It's kind of like you just have to wait for something. I think you were still trying to find things that you could do, and that's probably why you dove into work and stuff like that, and money. This person had to probably heal some things that stopped them from, giving. And the Star card is here. That's your energy here, Aquarius. For some of you, I don't know if you're wanting to entertain this, but the Queen of Wands did come up underneath that. So for some of you, yeah, well, we have the Three of Cups, which is reconciliation here, or some sort of success and celebration. You also have the Sun and the Hermit. So again, I feel like someone had to release some baggage here that they've been holding on to, and I said that because you have the Ten of Wands. I see that this is a relationship that's most likely going to come back together, by the way. So again, for those of you who resonate with this, the Ten of Wands is kind of like something needed to be let go of in order for this relationship to have a brand new start, because something was becoming heavy. Again, someone felt like they was carrying everything by themselves, and someone was holding in everything by themselves. So the two of you seem to be mirroring each other in the sense of you both felt exhausted in this connection, because one person was holding it all in and someone was holding on to everything. It's kind of in different ways, but kind of similar. Which is where we're saying you guys are more similar than you think, but in different ways. So you have the Sun card, which is, again, like this is hope, this is joy, this is happiness. You have the Sun, the Hermit as well with the Sun. So again, a lot of wisdom has come from this. You're able to kind of look at this from a high perspective and see hope in a situation. Someone has gained a lot of wisdom and has done some healing here. Could have been dealing with a Virgo, but you don't have to. Aquarius, we have the Three of Cups here and the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So some of you have been manifesting this in. This is a wish fulfillment. This is reconciliation. This is joy. But I feel like what needed to happen was some inner healing, probably on both sides. What needed to be released was this feeling of lack and loss. And I think someone may have been holding on to what they felt that they lost in this situation, and that stopped it from, Maybe someone was just being a little bit immature and holding on to things too tightly and like took a lot of things personally, or again just wasn't opening up. I'm seeing this being resolved. Yeah, it seems like a bit of misunderstanding and confusion, but this is something that you are moving away from. You're moving towards calmer shores. I think when emotions, they're describing that as like kind of a boat. When the emotions, which is the water, is kind of getting too much, we're kind of in panic mode, we're kind of in survival mode, and we're just kind of trying to keep ourselves afloat. And I feel like the both of you were doing that. The both of you had your own concerns to be dealing with, and I think that maybe that kind of drifted you apart. But now you're moving towards calmer shores. You both are doing the inner work within yourself, and this is what's leading towards clear, clarity. So the Seven of Cups is kind of becoming clearer. Your options are becoming clearer when it comes down to this dynamic, this relationship, and within yourself. And Two of Wands is kind of allowing you to accept like an ending to a situation, all right? The fact that something needed to change. Now, when the Death card comes in, it could signify again that that's the end of a situation and it's, reached this conclusion. For a lot of you though, and in this case, you're moving forward, all right? You're wanting more out of life. You're wanting more out of relationships and situations. Like whatever this ending is, it's allowing you to move forward. For some of you, it could be just that release. That Death card is like, in order to move forward, we have to put an end to something and leave it behind us. And there is no going back to that. We can't, it feels like you're having a clean slate. Regardless of whether you're going back to this or not, a clean slate is definitely at hand. Because Two of Wands is like, all right, we outgrew something. We've reached a peak in that, and you're deciding to move forward. And some of you are building a plan for that. Some of you could be traveling, okay? You're learning to expand, to want more, to do more. And that looks really good. Yeah, Six of Cups. I think some of you are dealing with some emotions from your childhood, or dealing with some emotions from someone, again, who was a soulmate to you. And soulmates don't have to be romantic, by the way. This is someone that came into your life for a reason and has been in many lives of yours, which is why you can connect with them so strongly in this one. The Moon is dealing with deeper emotions from childhood and from a situation, and learning to balance that. Taking your time with these emotions, all right? To find that sweet spot, because this is what's going to help you move forward in a balanced way. And that's going to help you take lead of your life and bring in some things that you're manifesting. So it's all good. You're doing some inner work. It's very clear. You are manifesting in communication and some signs from the universe, which is amazing, because it's going to help you move forward. All right, for Aquarius, we have the Club here, which is saying someone will try to make you do something against your will. Just remember, you have free will here. Be aware of the opinions of other people. It's really important to do something that you feel intuitively guided to do. You have Four-leaf clover, great good fortune here for Aquarius. News of a birth or new business opportunity. And birth can just be a new beginning, which is amazing. Yeah, someone could be very stubborn and very prideful in a relationship, because we do have romance, celebration, and party with the mule here, which says someone is extremely stubborn and willing to change. Some of you could be just accepting that for what it is, and that's your release, that's your ending, that's you mending and forgiving a situation, is your understanding that that's just that. I think you guys are still having that conversation. Pleasure with a close friend. Some of you, this could be a friend, or you're being guided to go out with some friends. Someone could be a Taurus again. That may be someone here who was a bit of a blockage. I mean, I feel like if that is the case, this person is trying to give you some solid advice, but I feel like there's something that you kind of need to learn on your own. That's when we had that kind of King of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles energy. Page of Pentacles is learning as they're going through life, and as much as the King of Pentacles can try to tell the Page of Pentacles what to do, which kind of feels like that's what the Knight of Swords was about, that it kind of feels like the Page of Pentacles always needs to kind of experience it for themselves to really learn. So I kind of feel like some of you are going to do what you need to do, and this could be what someone's trying to tell you not to do, but it is going to give you a good opportunity here to clear something off your chest and to do something that needs to be done. And the outcome is going to be beneficial to you regardless of what it is, because it's going to help you move forward. All right, let's see an animal spirit card for you guys. Some of you could be into music, or like I'm hearing a studio. We have Sag Spirit, take the lead. So this is what you're being able to do. Some of you are addressing some deep emotions to do with a specific person or a specific time in your life. And this is helping you to gain balance in your life. So sometimes you do have to go back and revisit something. Sometimes you do have to understand, okay, like we were both struggling with similar things. It could just be a conversation like that that's going to clear things off your chest and help you move forward, regardless of whether you entertain it and go back into a relationship or connection with someone. I think use your judgment and discernment, but I think you're doing something that you need to do to gain balance, to take that lead. And we have Cow Spirit, so miracles are endless when you take the lead because you're in control. All right, Aquarius, so I send you my love. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for being here with me. Personal readings are linked down below if you'd like to visit me over there. But for now, I will see you guys next time. By the way, when I say link down below, only sold on the website. Don't listen to scammers, okay? I have to mention that. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.